Hello and welcome to the first of what we hope are many the Sega Guys play videos. Where we love doing the main pod, we want to give you guys some more bite-sized content on the YouTube channel. So what better than some gameplay? And we start things off with something of a rarity, an ISS game on the Saturn. You see, while Bernie Stolar was busy killing off the Saturn in the West, in Japan the story was entirely different. And in February of 1998, Konami Sapporo developed J.League Jikkyou Honoo no Striker, which, by the way, plays very similar to International Superstar Soccer by Konami Osaka. Sadly, the game never made it out of Japan, and we can't help but think a localised version of this game would have gone down an absolute storm in the West, especially the UK, where ISS was popular on platforms like the Mega Drive, the SNES, the N64, and of course the Sony PlayStation. And while the Sega Saturn was blessed with the wonderful Worldwide Soccer 97 and 98, the growing mainstream popularity of Konami's game can't be ignored. I mean, we had drunken ISS 98 tournaments every Friday night after college back in 97 and 98. Not that the 18-year-old me and my shite social life at that time are any kind of gaming marketing benchmark. But yeah, price-wise, the game doesn't cost too much to pick up today. At the time of recording this, there's several copies on eBay from Japanese sellers going for around £28, although the postage is about 20 quid on top of that, so just keep an eye on that if you do want to pick up that physical copy. In terms of accessibility, the game and its menus are entirely in Japanese. I get round this by using Google's translation app. No paid promotions here, honest. And just use the camera to translate the options and the team selection menus and things like that. Control wise, it's very much an ISS game. Left shoulder button sprints, A shoots, B passes, and C's a long passer across. The X button plus a direction on the D-pad makes your player showboat and do tricks like feints, rainbow flicks and step overs. Standard fare for football games. The commentary is entirely in Japanese, but it's got real moments of brilliance with goal being roared from your speakers. As mentioned previously, it's a licensed J-League game, so all the teams are from that league. You can play a full season or a knockout cup competition. Standard fare again for any kind of football game that you would play. The strange thing about this is that neither Dan nor myself had actually heard of this one until Dan randomly got it in one of his numerous hauls from Japan. It plays well and it captures the feeling of ISS pretty well, and we both believe that a Western release of this one would have gone down really, really well with Saturn owners in Europe. It's just a shame the system was on life support at that moment in time and was about to be switched off. And with that, let's focus on some gameplay. I'm playing as Yokohama Mariners, and it's the only team I recognised on the team select screen, so that's why I chose them. So with that, guys, anyone for some Ali McCoist on commentary? So as you join us here on commentary, clean through it. Looks like I'm about to go a goal down here. Yep, there you go. Goalkeeper makes a great save. Boy taps in the rebound. And you can hear that brilliant Japanese commentary that I spoke about there. I say the animations are really good on it. Really fluid gameplay, a wee bit of slowdown whenever the box gets a bit congested, but I absolutely love the goalkeeper animations, by the way. They're so elaborate, it's like TV save attempts, absolutely brilliant. So I think at this point I'd just literally figured out how to actually sprint. Look at that save. Absolutely sensational save there. And again, you can't beat it. What a goalkeeper he is. See, told you, Ali McCoist on co-commentary. And from memory, B is a kind of standard slide tackle. I think is it A is a kind of harder slide tackle. The ball looks a wee bit kind of big for the players at times, I think, as well. But I say, nice and smooth animation on there, runs really well. Only time it gets kind of bad is whenever the box gets congested for cross balls. Sometimes you can actually have a wee bit of a slowdown. But look at that overhead kick to clear it. Absolutely brilliant. Goalkeeper parries an overhead kick to clear it again. Loading times are okay. There's kind of loading times between the ball going out for a corner or a throw in, but not too shabby. But as you can see, looks really, really similar to ISS again, done by the Sapporo team. You know, similar to the Konami team that actually did the main ISS games that everyone kind of knows. Nice slight tackle there. Look at that, jinking into the box, well blocked. I mean, I'm not going to commentate the full game for you guys because it's like a 10-minute match, but just want to kind of give a a wee flavour of what the gameplay's like before leaving you, obviously, with the match to watch, if that's what you want to do, watch the end of it. And I can assure you it's definitely worth watching because I'll just say there's 10 goals in this game. That's all I'll say. You'll be laughing at some of my horrendous defending pretty soon. But yeah, took me a wee while to kind of figure out the best course of action in terms of angles to get shots in and things like that. But the goalkeepers are decent. You know, I know some kind of football games, the goalkeepers can be a bit guilty of being absolutely rotten and a bit kind of error prone. I mean, there you go. Goalie just palms it out. Defence doesn't clear it. 2-0 down. Almost identical to the first goal. Shocking defending. Absolutely shocking defending there. You've got two men not following up on the shaking ball, and the goalkeeper's made to pay the price. There's nothing he can do about that one there. Thanks, Ali. Trying a chip there. Spotted the goalie off his line on the radar, just a wee bit short. Try to slide tackle the goalie to see if it's got the old red card that you get on football games as well. Was it ISS and FIFA were quite notorious for it? If you slid tackled the goalie, you get sent off. Instant red card. But it doesn't seem to register the hitbox on the goalkeeper. That's a shocking effort, man. That's rugby stuff. That's a 3-pointer. And then the game decides to try and show a replay for that just to make it even worse. I say the game will automatically show replays of your goals as you'd expect, but it'll sometimes pick random kind of highlights that it'll just throw in from the play. Am I going to go 3-0 down? Up, goalie saves it again. 3 identical goals. I don't know if that's perhaps this game's version of, in FIFA people complain that you can kind of cut down the wing and cross it across the 6-yard box with a through ball and just tap it in at the back post. Seems to be quite similar. Three identical goals. Goalie saves it. Defence doesn't clear, tapped in. So I'm 3-0 down here and having an absolute shocker. Having a shocker at shocker, as he would say. Oh, look at that. Curls it in beautifully. And look at that. The Alan Shearer. Look. Shearer. Hand in the air. I mean, you obviously know from watching the pod that we love Worldwide Soccer 97 and 98, especially 97, and it plays really well. But honestly, we both had a ton of fun with this. It is really just a shame that the Saturn was all but discontinued by the point this came out in Japan because this really would have done well. I think if they just have released this as like ISS 98 on the Saturn over here, and they could easily have done it. Just taking out the J-League teams and just made it a standard international football game. I've not went through the menus, obviously using all of the translation. I'm not sure if I don't think there's international teams in it. It is specifically just a J-League game, but again, you can't imagine there would have been too much effort to just kind of reskin these international teams and replace the J-League with like World Cup or Euro Championships or that kind of thing. Oh, we're going to equalise, equalise off the post there, trying to bring it back to 3-2. And then kick it out of play because I wasn't quite up to grips with the controls yet. There we go, rampaging down the wing there, like a combination of Bobby Carlos and Paolo Maldini down the left wing, and then lose it at the penalty spot. So again, had I gone through the menus a wee bit, I'd have perhaps picked a shorter game than 5 minutes and a half, but it lets you guys see it because I mean, obviously, it's not a game that I think a lot of people know about. Maybe collectors will obviously know about it, but I think your everyday kind of Saturn player will certainly not know about this. As I said, Dan and I had absolutely no idea this existed. Oh, off the post again. That's it. Curl it in. No, goalkeeper got there. But I had no idea this existed, and it's a ton of fun. So, I mean, if you use like an ODE, then that's how I've been running it on the Fenrir. Or if you want to go and pick up a copy and run it on your Japanese Saturn, or your Saturn if you've got the your action replay or whatever means you've got to play your import games. Definitely pick it up. It's accessible enough, as I say, using the translation app. Oh, what I say with the goalkeeper overhead kick to clear. It's definitely playable and a ton of fun. But it's just strange to see, a Konami football game on the Sega Saturn. It just feels quite surreal to look at it and see it in action. I mean, we've recently done the World Cup show. Now, would this have possibly made the lineup? Because, we obviously picked those 8 games. But this would have been a worthy entrant, I think. And obviously, we don't have any kind of CVG reviews or anything like that to go by for kind of VAR and stuff like that we're doing if we were kind of torn on it. But I think this would have held its own against most of the games, if not all of them, that we actually chose. Not to say it would have beat Worldwide Soccer 97, of course, but it would have given it a right good run for its money, I think. Anyway, that's half time, folks. So, as things stand, I'm 3-1 down, 4 goals in the game. I told you there was 10. Enjoy the second half and an epic comeback by my good self, the SEGAholic. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy it. I'll see you in the next one.
サリナス、ちょっと悪くなってきたようですね。一人で持ち込みます。シュート。キーパーがっちりキャッチ。これはチャンス。ガヤ。速いパス回し。上野。動きがあんまり良くない。チャンスチャンスチャンスだ。シュート。一人で持ち込みます。シュートだ。ゴール決まった。追撃のゴールだ。一人で持ち込みます。シュートだ。川口。これは確実に止めました。おっと。シュートだ。カリナス。シュート。カリナス。ゴール。 きく前線へ。梅山、ちょっと悪くなってきたようですね。アビスパ、積極的なディフェンス。一人で持ち込みます。大きくクリア。さあ速攻か。これはチャンス。チャンスチャンスチャンスだ。中に入れた。まだまだ生きている。さあ時間がないぞ。一人で持ち込みます。これはチャンス。シュート決まった。逆転のゴール。アビスパ、チェックが厳しいぞ。アルティビエスト、ちょっと悪くなってきたようですね。速いパス回し。チャンスチャンスチャンスだ。まだまだ生きている。クリア。マリノス、一糸乱れぬディフェンスで方向を防いでいます。小田、ちょっと悪くなってきたようですね。ドリブル突破。篠田、大きくクリア。アビスパ、チェックが厳しいぞ。シュート決めたぞ。ゴール。追加点。サリナス、ちょっと悪くなってきたようですね。アビスパ、積極的なディフェンス。チャンスチャンスチャンスだ。塚本、大きな縦パス。おっとっと、ドリブル突破。激しいアタック。審判が時計を見ている。おっと、チャンスチャンスチャンスだ。中に入れた。笛が鳴りました。試合終了です。マリノス、実力を存分に発揮しました。